Hey everybody, MVP here. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a good trading week. We're now at the end of September. It's the 1st of October now as I'm talking to you. Nice end to the week last week, which has been a really good September, I must admit, for the markets and for traders generally, and certainly for the 80-20 system. Okay, if you've probably seen some of my videos before, you know that I'm at Trade to Win. There we are. This is the Trade to Win site. Now, I'm just looking through and seeing where we stand. Actually, I got to confess, I don't post too much here anymore. Now I'm focused on clearly my own activities, and hopefully you know where to find me now. Just pulling down here. This is in the Forex strategies area. Where am I? These are the top things. We got Andy. 3Dux trading system, fantastic system. I urge you to look at that. He really knows what he's talking about. He's got a really good system there. There's me, correlation trading, 241,000 views. Sniper Forex system, don't know too much about that. All I'll say to anybody, anybody entering trading or anybody that is interested in trading, go to the big forums like Trade to Win. Go to Forex Factory as well. That is a huge stonking Forex forum. Hunt down the big views, okay? I know Forex Factory can easily command 3 or 4 million views on some things. Trade to Win is not so big on Forex. It's actually across all the general markets. So 250,000 here for me is quite respectable. But go to these sites and look for the threads that have the biggest views, okay? Biggest viewing figures. And that generally means that they've stood the test of time. It means that, I'm not saying they're all going to be high quality, but clearly, these threads have maintained and been sustained by a lot of input and a lot of feedback and a lot of activity, and that usually means that there's something there worth looking at. I'm not saying you should adopt them all, but clearly that's what it tends to mean. So, for example, Sniper Forex, I'm not recommending or de-recommending it, but clearly, still going on. So, whenever this started, it's been going on quite a while, and therefore there must be some merit in the system, or things that you could learn from it just by reading. Just reading through it. You don't have to pay money. If you don't want to join it, don't. I'm not sure if you have to spend money on that or not. Same as the 3Dux and his system. It's very simple, and it gets accused of being too simple sometimes and straightforward and basic, but there's nothing wrong with that. My system, it has its own look. It's a little bit more unique. It actually looks at strength meters and actual individual currency strengths. But again, take the rough with the smooth. It's worth looking at. If you don't like it, go somewhere else and look at something else. But do this, and I urge you to do this on a lot of the big forums and sites out there, especially for beginners. It's a great way of learning some ideas and thoughts. And you don't necessarily have to put any money down. Why should you? Don't pay money out until you have to, or if you deem it is that time where you want to get some education with a trader or trainer. Okay? Okay, I'm going to go straight into what's been going on my system that I present. I present an 80-20 system. Again, I'm not going to go into detail. Go into my Trade to Win site. Go to my my newly adopted websites and just have a look there and see what's going on. All I wanted to show you was that this is a daily chart, my 80 and 20 up here, and it's just been a great September. I've already presented this in other things. Without going into detail, this is September here at this end, and you can see that's the yellow yen, the dollar. They have been very strong this month, very strong this month, and therefore have delivered a lot of pips across most trading systems. But yeah, definitely in the trading system that I operate. In terms of support, I always look for the US 30, the Dow, to give me some comfort. And generally the Dow was flat to falling. So again, that gave me a comfort level. It was a great month for buying the yen and the dollar. Fantastic. In fact, I think that dollar-wise, US dollar pair-wise, I think there was easily 2,500 pips in September that were available trading my system. Call it 2,000 if you want to accept roundings, spreads, various other things, but are very good. And that wasn't even including the yen pair. This was just trading US. That's pretty much how it happened. Again, I've just summarised this on the left here. You see the yen and dollar, two bold lines coming up through this dotted zero line. That's the basis of my system. And I'm just showing here some of the pippage there and the entries and exit levels where those pips were. No, I didn't take the Swissy, which had a, I don't know, 7 to 10% move early part of September. Didn't even take that in. And if you do see systems that are telling you that they included that, well, it was more luck than judgment, I've got to say, because those guys came out of nowhere on that move. It was predicted, but when they were going to do it, no one knows. So don't believe the hype. Believe me, trading is about being solid and reliable. Just don't believe the hype. Some of these kind of junk marketeers out there. It does make me laugh what I see. Back again. This is a 1 hour. This was the last week, actually, weekend in the 30th. And again, what a great week. Again, I'm not going to go into details about my system. You can find out all you want there at Trade to Win and my websites. But actually, again, following these guys up and down, see how close they track with one another. That's the beauty of my system. I rely on these two guys to track very closely together and make me money. That was a very good week. The week for Signal. In fact, just switching to putting some markers on there, wherever you see the X's and V's, that was all Signal. 75% of the week we're in Signal, delivering and potentially delivering pippage. So again, I've been very pleased this week, very pleased. In terms of the week just gone itself, this is on a higher setting. This is a 500 setting. This is looking at the currencies, how they did in the week, moving up and down. This was the US 30 Dow, and you see that the Dow came in at the start of the week and had a really thumping rise through early part of the week. What they tended to do was send south the yellow yen, the greenback. The Swissy stayed relatively flat. So they were the big trades in the start of the week, and then as you can see, it started to flat to bearish actually, down second half of the week, and that's when the pressures really started to tell, and we saw the greenback start going north and the yen start going north. In terms of what's happened during the week, generally looking at some of the other guys, good and bad weeks. Nothing else really there to speak of. The New Zealand dollar had a bad week actually. The euro had a funny one. The euro had a pretty good first front half of the week, but really did deteriorate second half. The pounds had a good run in the week, as you can see there. The red pound, great run in the week alongside the yen and the dollar. So that's pretty much it for the week. We'll see what happens next week. But yeah, please come and join me. You know where I am, and let's see if we can make some money next week. This is MVP signing off, and have a good weekend. Bye bye.